career. So honored to have you on with us today because we get to talk about a really, really cool show. And hey, and it's a good time to be you, right?
I think so. It's always a good time to be me.
Hey, there you go. That's the outlook we need. Well, so you got to be excited about the show because I mean, of course, with there's so much work that goes into it, and the music's so good. But now that people are out there in the world, they're enjoying it, it's nominated. Like this is this is the time that you would hope for, right?
Oh yeah, I'm extremely excited and extremely honored, you know,
Hmm.
to have such a response to this incredible score. And yeah, all the above.
Yeah. Well, you get when you get the call to do something like this, you must think, I got to do this, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had to, when the director reached out to me, she wanted there to be a piano theme as sort of the premise of the score. And since that's my instrument, it just was a fit. So she asked me to create, I created three piano themes, and she chose the very first one, which was my favorite as well. And yeah, we went from there to develop the score with Clarice, the Clarice theme, which is one of the central characters in the film.
Yeah, and this is something that well, of course, the music it speaks for itself, but also it fits so well with the characters and I got to know like how much did you get to see before you were able to help embody? Were you able to see full scenes or just the script or where were you in the
I'm
process?
trying to remember. I think I had the script.
Yeah.
And just in that, I look at music as conversation, whether it's a visual conversation or, just the text of something. It's going to evoke images, and for me as a composer, it's going to evoke sonic conversation.
Hmm. And when did the piano first find you, or where did you find it? I guess it could go either
Well,
way, right?
that's a good question. My mother was an incredible pianist and composer herself. She used to teach piano as well, and she was literally in the middle of teaching a piano lesson when she went into labor with me. So, I think I come by it pretty natural. It's in my DNA. I started playing when I was 3,
Mm.
actually. I just saw she had this massive, well, at that as a little kid, it was to me, it's a big instrument. She had a baby grand Steinway in the living room, in our living room, and I just looked at it as this cool toy with all these, black and white things on it, these keys. And I would just go and start playing. She would practice for hours. She was a very accomplished pianist. She had studied at Eastman and would also play a lot of parties for the casuals they called them back then, where she would be hired to play Ellington and Count Basie and all the big jazz icons. So I grew up in a household that was just full of piano playing and a rich range of music from blues, funk, rock, pop. It was like going to the best restaurants, the
Yeah.
best sonic restaurants.
That's amazing. Well, also part of that though is the music has to find you as well. Is there a certain, do you remember a certain song or album or artist maybe that touched you, made you put you on this path?
Um, there's so many.
Yeah.
Music for me is it's such a visceral experience. And it's hard to just say one particular piece of music. I think it's more for me, it's just such a visceral and kind of primal way of connecting with with a sound, with an experience. And for me, it's so deep in me. It's such an essence of how I walk in the world, if you will. So I will say, between my mother practicing for hours, as I mentioned, she would play everything from her own compositions, and then she'd play some Ravel and Debussy, William Grant Still, Margaret Bonds, she was, and then she played the Ellington, and then my brother would come home with like McCoy Tyner and Bill Evans and Herbie Hancock and Keith Jarrett. So I just and Chick Corea. So I was like this sponge with the piano in particular, but also just music in general. It just, it's so evocative. It's such an emotional trigger.
Hmm.
And it's so universal. That's the beautiful thing about it that I find to be such a gift.
Well, and of course, people look up to what you do and they think, see, I want to do that. But you just make it look easy. So what kind of advice do you give to those that want to follow in your footsteps?
You know, First of all, I I I really try. I have an expression that I use a lot, and it's an expression that is demystify access.
Mm-hmm.
Demystify, so many times people, I mean, obviously you have to have some capacity, some skill, some, talent, but more than that, I think you have to have that passion and that desire. And I was talking, in fact, there's numerous stories of artists who were discouraged for a long time to pursue their creativity because people just didn't get it or didn't see it. And, how are you going to make a living? That's the real mantra, the whole struggling artist mantra. And I think so for anybody who wants to do it, I just say just do it. Just jump in. If you want to be a film composer, I mean, maybe for me, I look at all music as storytelling. So that
Hmm.
gives me a more general access to the concept of scoring. I don't so much make it this, I mean, yes, you need structure, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart, because you're dealing with a lot of different collaborative skills as well. You're working with a team, and ultimately you have to serve that team's vision, the director, the producer. But I think at the basis of it is I just love music and I love the concept of storytelling. So I put the two together and I'm curious enough about a lot of things. So I would tell people to just do it. Just start doing the creation in and of itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And you like this one. So my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. And he said, I have to ask you your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career you just had to go for it, it worked out for you.
Wow, a Hail Mary moment. They're still happening,
Yeah, yeah, all the
It's
time,
not
right?
I think the Hail Mary moment for me was it's not so much external, it's more internal. It's when I started to realize that I had been so fortunate to do so many things that I loved and that I could really embrace that. Yeah, you can embrace your autonomy. You can embrace how you walk in the world because we're so at times triggered to need approval, need authorization, if you will. So my Hail Mary moment has been just sort of coming to terms with that life is an incredible gift, a journey, and I deserve to give myself the sky's the limit in exploring what that is for me. And as a result of that, I've been working on incredible projects and experiences with people that had I not had those sort of Hail Mary they're more epiphanal
Yeah.
than, so literal. And that's been extraordinary. It's very humbling. It's very humbling because you look up and you're like, wow, life is extremely, in spite of all the challenges and all the, just the moments of quandary and the moments of uncertainty, it's unlimited possibilities.
Hmm. Sure is. And part of that, we talk about that on the show too, is that success mindset that you have to have, whether or not you're feeling it or not. And you know that we're all as creative types very hard on ourselves. So what do you tell yourself that keeps you on that right path always?
Well, I don't make it about me so much. I think that's the problem. At times we're so hard on ourselves because we want to do our best and we want to represent the best in our lives and in those interactions. And I tell myself that who I am is enough. I'm enough, and that I get to have moments of resistance or what might be termed failure, but that doesn't define me. That's an experience. I mean, I think the thing about life and just not wanting to let anything diminish my ability to go for what I want to do is coming to this realization that, A, no one's going to give you permission. No one is going to give you permission to be you and do those things. If anything, there's a lot of people who would want to counter that and tell you why you can't do something. So once I sort of woke up to, first of all, everyone is flawed. So why do I really care about their opinion? I'm not saying constructive feedback, that's one thing. I value that. I really do, because that's how you grow. And you even grow when it's not so constructive. But I just, I think it's for me, it's just a mental thing. It's exhausting to be so hard on it's like an unnecessary weight.
Yeah, sure is. That is true. Well, I know that people will absolutely love seeing the Supreme Zeros, and it means something different to different people depending on who you know or maybe what you've been through. What was it that's been that's so special about the material to you, just as watching it yourself?
I think the journey of these three women, of their friendship,
Mhm.
from, high school all the way through adulthood, and the fact that they're still friends, because that's rare. It's not necessarily a given you're going to be friends with the people you went to school with, went to high school with, or in general, because life, you change. And these women have been there for each other, and the highs and the lows of that relationship is something that really spoke to me, because
Mhm.
the value that they still had for each other, it superseded the challenges they also had with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And after this, I cannot wait to see what you got next for us. So, what are we going to hear next?
I'm working on a few things that I'm very excited about. One is I just finished working on a film that's going to be on American Masters about Marlee Matlin, who's
Yeah.
phenomenal, who really, wow, what a force she is. And then I also just finished working on a film that's going to be premiering on Amazon in November, called Sarah's Oil.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that. It's based on a true story. It's a feature based on a true story about Sarah Rector, the first African American millionaire in this country, a female millionaire in 19, was it 19? I won't say the year because I might get it wrong, but at age 11, she found oil on her land, and sort of it's a great film, and just a lot of other things I'm working on. Mainly myself. I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
project that one can have, is to work on oneself, working on my own record as a singer-songwriter, working with an incredible opera singer, Karen Slack, on a piece she commissioned me to do with the Dallas Symphony. So I feel so, so blessed. I mean, I just find that you put it out there and you meet, I call them your fellow gardeners,
Yes.
who are also cultivating what they love to do, and you start finding each other and swapping stories and swapping, like, okay, I see you got that over there, but how about you come over here and we can create something together. So that's what's happening.
Love it. So, does that mean we'll get you right here in Dallas, Texas, where we are in the great state of Texas?
Yes, yes, I'll be
Yeah.
coming in. Yeah, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
have to make sure to connect when I get in there. Are you going to do some barbecuing? What's going on if I come up in there now?
Yeah, come on. I know just the people that we can be with is make an incredible barbecue for you.
Amazing.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we are so excited for you. Congratulations on everything. We're really excited to tell everybody if they haven't checked it out, they have to check this out. But also, we can't wait for Sarah's. Oh, can't wait for hear the stuff in Dallas and to hear your solo stuff as well.
Well, thank you for having me. It's just such an honor that you thought to do so, number one, and also that you've created this platform for other artists and been building this community because it's really important that we know we're not alone out here. Not only as artists, but just as human beings. You're not alone, and pursue what makes you tick, makes you happy. And I appreciate that you've created this opportunity, not only for me, but for many, many others. And I wish you all the best in all your endeavors as well.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Really enjoyed talking to you. I can't wait to see you here in person soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you.
All right.